lilsimsie, Steffo Sims, I'm coming for you. Lilsimsie is the reigning queen of micro homes, and Steph, I see you with the 8-sim tiny home, but there's a new sheriff in town. Today I have for you an 8-sim micro home with all real tiles, all legal. Kayla and Steph will never see this, I'm sure, but it's all jokes. I want to be your friend. With the newly added bunk beds and loft beds, I achieved the impossible. And this is a fully functional micro home and has everything that your sim technically needs to survive and function. However, it simply shouldn't exist. But anyway, let's just take a peek under the hood. As you can see, this is a speed build. I did build this on stream and I was planning to edit that into a video, but I really fucked up the audio somehow, and I don't know how I messed it up so badly, but it's completely unusable. So I'm gonna talk through it now instead. I started off by just building a box and filling it with enough bunk beds and loft beds to sleep 8 sims, which was a challenge in itself, but I did indeed eventually fit them all. As of now, there's only 1 tile of usable space underneath each loft bed for some reason, but I worked with what I had and used every square inch, every square tile of that usable space. We've got a kitchen under a loft bed. We've got, horrifyingly, a bathroom under a loft bed. We've got an office under a loft bed. I used this tiny little hallway, if you can call it that, to put a dining room and a living room with the tiny living entertainment center as the TV there, because that way they've got a TV, they've got a stereo, and they've got a bookshelf. I also added a bathroom mirror and also a dresser, so technically 2 sims could change their clothes at the same time. At this point, the house does have everything necessary for a sim to survive, and we are really going for the bare minimum here, aren't we? But I did try to make it a little extra special so the sims could feel as at home as possible, given this. So I stuck an extra chair between 2 bunk beds and called it a day. I did try to make sure there was a bit of skill building stuff here though, so that they could pass the time in this miserable living situation. They can already build some skills with the computer, they can play video games, they can do some writing, stuff like that, and they can use the mirror for their charisma and their acting skills, so we've got those covered. But I did also add a microphone so that the sims could become comedians, which honestly I think is necessary. I think you kind of need a sense of humor to be able to survive in this hellhole. I also took full advantage of the new ability for sims to relax and watch TV in bed. I think this was a pretty big brain move on my part. I was pretty proud of myself. I put TVs on the walls up high so that the sims that are on the top bunks could watch TV in bed, and that way like a bunch of sims can be exercising their fun need all at once. I was pretty proud of myself for that one. So I am expecting my Nobel Peace Prize in the mail any day now. I added a little decor to pretend this place was homey, and that was all I could think to do with the 32 tiles that I had. So I moved on to the outside and added pretty much all the stuff that I felt bad about not being able to include on the inside. I do want to stress again that the house is fully functional on the inside, so everything that I did in the backyard was done purely out of the goodness of my heart. I made sort of a fake front porch by just extending the stairs, which I thought was kind of clever. I put 2 outdoor tables so that the residents here could all technically eat together if they wanted to. And they have a grill too, so they could have a little cookout out there. And there's also some extra skill building stuff out in the backyard. It's basically a hostel, but kind of worse, because not only do you have to sleep in a tiny room full of other people on bunk beds, but you also have to have the bathroom and the kitchen in the same room. I think the worst thing about this house, and that's saying something, is that the sims would be in each other's way all the time, because there's just not enough room in these aisles of between the bunk beds for 2 sims to walk past each other. I mean, if someone's cooking and there's a sim in one of these beds, they couldn't get out of bed until the other one is finished cooking, or you couldn't go to the bathroom until the other sims finished cooking. Plus, I don't think that they could shower or use the toilet in front of anyone that they're not really close with, so that could definitely be a big problem too. But I still stand by my statement that if this is technically a functional build and you could have 8 sims live here. I believe that you could. And that's really all we can ask for, right? Oh, and here I did playtest as I was going along to make sure that everything was actually working. So this is just me double checking and having my sim go through and lay on every bed and do every activity that exists in the house. Let me know if you think I should make a video actually trying to play in this household with 8 sims. I want to see if I actually can keep all their needs in check, because I'm not sure if it would be possible, but I want to see if I can do it despite them not being able to walk past each other in the aisles. It's on the gallery if you want it. I'm not sure why you would, other than to maybe check if I actually did it correctly. Maybe you want a challenge. Maybe you want to see if you can keep 8 sims alive here. So I'll post my EA ID. It is just simmytara, so if you want to check out this and my other builds on the gallery, you can. Well, that's all for this. I hope you enjoyed this weird build. If you did, let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to catch the next one. I stream on Thursday evenings and I upload every Wednesday here on YouTube usually. So I'll see you around. Bye.